What's going on, boys? So today we're going to look at this video. I think this video is a little older. It's 2 years old. But I made a video 8 years ago talking about I made a video 8 years ago about how to put cheats in mice, keyboards, etc. Alright, so let's take a look at this, boys.
Recently at a Swedish documentary, someone took hardware hacks to a LAN tournament and showed how they could get away with using them without getting caught.
I'm just imagining his Swedish accent when he's talking there.
Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Time is but a window. Now recently during a Swedish documentary, a cheater exposed how he could put cheats on his keyboard and upload them to the computer
No, look at those eyes, boys. He's putting the gear in.
match. Basically what happens is the script is saved to the memory of the keyboard. Then all he has to do is execute the software from the keyboard rather than installing it directly onto the computer. This is what's known as a hardware hack and can be used on any computer. This means that
Now, this is almost 100%. If pros are still cheating in abundance, this is 100% what they're doing. And the reason I cannot make the aim lock videos anymore is because they're only gonna have small FOV aimbots or maybe some like beeping in the ears for ESP or something like that, so nothing's gonna really come out through video. I'm sure once in a while you might get something shady, but it's gonna be so few and far between from before what we had, and I'll explain why later.
pro could technically use this just by bringing in their keyboard or even their mouse. For example, here's a video I made 5 years ago showing hardware hacks on...
So this guy's talking about this bloody mouse. This is from 5 years ago. I was talking about the cheats in the mice 8 years ago. And here's a screenshot of the video. So, a little slow, boys.
On a bloody mouse. Basically, bloody mouse had what was known as a recoil script that you could plug directly into the drivers. Now this might not seem like much, but you gotta admit, Bloody was a pretty reputable company. And if you could get built-in recoil scripts from Bloody Mouse, just imagine what kind of black market mice were out there. Here you can see what it looked like without the recoil script, and with the recoil script, just you can see how much easier it made aiming. Definitely a significant advantage, though cheats can be a lot more sophisticated than this. Even back at the time of the Bloody Mouse video, Logitech was allowing full-on scripting on their mice macros, which means if you had the programming knowledge...
Now remember again, this is from 5 years ago, and this is like mainstream stuff, right? So this isn't, like he was saying, black market cheap providers or people that just know how to code that are going to be doing these for the pros, right? These are like Logitech, right? I know Bloody Mouse is kind of a little bit on the shadier side, but yeah, this was 5 years ago.
You could technically program cheats directly onto the mice. Things far more sophisticated than just a recoil script. And yes, far more sophisticated than what Forsaken was caught with at the LAN tournament. If you guys remember,
There's our boy! Look at his face! Look at all their faces!
he was caught using a full-on aimbot named WordExe. Just imagine what would have happened if he had it installed on his keyboard or mouse instead of the computer. People may have suspected something, but he would have never...
Look at him, he's trying to defend, he's trying to block it. Man. And this guy's clip, boys, you'll remember, this is crisp.
...been caught. After all, how can you not expect something...
Oof. So this one especially...
...fishy with shots like that? Now I'm gonna go through the...
So what's happening here is... I don't know if this is the technical term for it, but on an aimbot, there's obviously like tons of settings. And one of the settings is it's like an aim through, okay? So basically, if a player runs behind a wall like this, there's a setting called aim through, and if you have aim through on, it's going to continue to aim through objects. So in this instance, you can see...
After all, how can you not expect
it
something fishy?
Falls him through the wall, and he probably releases it once he starts feeling that happening, and then moves
like
to the
that.
right side.
I'm going to go through the clip from the documentary once...
You can see kind of where it unlocks from it. So but the thing with the aim through is sometimes it's bugged. So even when you have aim through off and you just have it on, so they go behind the wall, it stops tracking. Some materials on the maps like, I don't know, someone with a more technical knowledge of cheats would probably know better than me, but sometimes it bugs out, and that's why you get, I don't know if that's the case there or if he had it on aim through, but sometimes you'll get a little follow through with the aimbot, even if aim through is off. So it's like a little bug, or maybe some materials, objects in the world that doesn't count as solid objects. That could be it too.
Again and read to you what was said. If this works, then it proves that it's possible to import and execute software from a keyboard. This is it.
Which it obviously is. Again, when I was making a lot of videos back in the day, the most ridiculous argument to me was like, I'm not saying everybody's cheating. I'm just saying, look at this, it's possible. But you had people saying like, no one's doing it. It's impossible. Like, you're nuts. People have always cheated through everything. Everyone's gonna try to cheat to get an advantage. To think that these guys were never gonna cheat, like, once you start with that, like, it's possible people will do this. Then you start looking at how will they do this. Well, this is exactly how, and then you can move on to who's doing it and who is not. Yeah, if anyone has any clips of people doing shady stuff, but I just doubt it. I doubt it's going to be, you're just going to see like crazy one clicks while guys are jumping and stuff like that, and but again, there's not really any evidence. Like, the aimbots have such a good algorithm, and probably an AI algorithm at this point, that it looks so smooth and it's so undetectable. The only thing you can do is have like an anti-cheat that's catching up, but the cheats are always ahead. So it's tough, especially when you have a lot of money to spend for your cheats.
It works.
No shit.
I can turn the software on and off through a keyboard that I have brought here to this tournament. And on this computer provided by the tournament, I can run this script to execute the software on the computer. Here is the proof. Basically, there's a little red dot flashing in the left corner of the screen. So what could this...
Yeah, like, no shit. If you didn't think this is possible...
mean for the future of competitive gaming and Counter-Strike? And what could be done to prevent hardware cheats from showing up in the future? Well, one idea that was proposed is that tournaments provide the keyboards and the mice. Now,
they 100% should, and that's a good start, but it's not going to fix everything. But they should. That's a good start.
Theory, that could work if everyone used pretty much the same mouse and keyboard.
Not the same mouse and
keyboard. But I think
keyboard.
that might limit players far too much. And you can't expect the tournament to just go out and buy every single mouse.
Actually, sorry.
That a pro player is going to use.
They should. Actually, they should buy every pro mouse a pro player is going to use, because honestly, how many really good pro players use some like fringe mouse, right? Like, there's probably only what, maximum, and this is being nice, 25 different mouses. You know, there's usually like probably 10 or so that are extremely common. So yeah, what are you talking about? They should, if they can put out the type of payouts they are. What do you mean? Give them a new mouse. What are you talking about?
After all, mice have been around for a long time, and some of them have been discontinued. And there's also companies like Final Mouse that make their stock limited. So at least for the current future, it seems like this is going to be unavoidable. And let's be honest, we're going to need some crazy cheating pro to really test the...
It shouldn't be unavoidable. They should say, you want to be a pro? You want to compete? You got to do this. Suck it up, Buttercup. You're playing video games for a living. Like, cry me a river, dude. You're using this mouse.
Limits before anything will ever be done. Now, I know what you're going to be wondering. How is this going to affect online competitive play? Well, in theory, hardware hacks will not be detectable by FACEIT, ESEA, or VAC. But while they should be able to get past anti-cheats with no problem, systems like Overwatch should still be effective. And with that, let's move on to some Overwatch. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Time is but a window, and today we're going to be doing some Overwatch. You can see the suspect here has some incredible movement as he makes his way into the window. Absolutely insane. But it looks like the terrorists are going to be making their way over there towards the B side. Once again, looking like he's using that B-hop script. Terrorists can be pushing their way over there into sight, holding the angle here.
Oh, that was a trigger tap
onto Salmon. 4 other terrorists in the sight. One over there by Bench. Taking some taps, gets the headshot onto Dalmatian. Gets the headshot onto Pyramid, and will he get the ace? That is the question. Knows the last guy is. His teammate is actually fighting him. He wants to go
Oh, this
for the
guy's
hunt.
he's going
and
for
actually
the
his
ace.
teammate goes down, so he has a
He
chance
needs
to get this
the
ace.
ace ego.
Iceberg comes around the corner, gets the one tap, and a nice little round for the suspect who...
Yeah, that guy's most likely using a trigger bot there because he's not even moving into them. Like they're just running into his crosshair.
seems to be using some form of script for movement as well as possibly some form of aim assistance.
Yeah,
He's pushing his way over here towards
this
the
is
middle.
him
Gonna
again,
spot one
let's
guy
see.
top of mid.
If he
and
one-taps
a
this guy instead
Molotov
of
gonna
sprays
come
him,
in
he's
here.
probably trigger bot.
Will he decide to peek out and take down Eclipse? Meanwhile, the rest of the terrorists making their way over there towards the and the suspect kind of failed that one a little
Watch
bit.
it, one-tap him here
Did
though.
quite a bit of damage, but it looks like the terrorist did more to him, and Octopus is able to take down Eclipse.
Or
Oh, look at
spray.
this, doing it backwards. Looks like he has scripts set up so that he goes to specific locations, and it does the jump for him.
That's not what it
So the
is.
terrorists have taken mid control, and the suspect making his way over here towards the window, able to take down Eclipse. Pyramid there on the left-hand side. Gonna throw an incinerator grenade towards him. One more guy pushing up here. Does he know he's
Oh
there?
my gosh.
Looks like he does know he's there. Look at how he's playing the angle, trying to hide from him, and gets taken down. With that, I'm gonna say that there is a good probability that he's using a wall hack. So that means that we might have a full-on trifecta here. And a wall hack. Gonna make his way over
A
here.
full-on
towards the B site.
trifecta,
Terrorist
boys.
Taking the site control. He's gonna throw a flashbang over the top here.
Terrible
Is gonna
flash.
spot
You got-
one guy
you
out,
got, like,
able
no
to
one
take
with
him
that
down,
anyway.
and just gonna shoot Dalmatian straight through that smoke. Salmon there on the left-hand side, and Pyramid on the right-hand side. Who is he gonna go after next? Slowly pushing his way up here. Salmon is gonna be hiding in that left-hand corner. And the suspect wants to peek out over here towards him. Iceberg is able to cross over, and the suspect gets taken. He's able to cross over here towards him.
He does a
Wants to
little,
peek out
he does a
over
little
here towards
flicky
him.
right there, boys.
Wants to peek out over here towards him. Iceberg is able to cross over, and
Yeah.
the suspect gets towards middle
I
with
gotta
that
tell
R8.
he's-
One of them pushing up through connector. He is able to take
There's
down
the-
Eclipse. Meanwhile, the terrorist
This isn't
pushing their way
100%,
over
but
here
it's like
towards
most likely.
the A site. You can see Iceberg pushing out over there. Suspect's gonna get mollied off, have to push out. Iceberg on the other side of the boxes,
Shot
and the
through the
suspect's gonna
box.
go down. All right, gonna be hopping his way back up here once again. Meanwhile,
funny.
the terrorists making their way over there towards that B site. He's gonna spot one guy out, taking some taps over here. Not quite able to get on target, but finally
He's
able
so
to spray him
garbage,
down.
too.
Also gets bombed down, has 16 HP. And Dalmatian over there on the left-hand side.
bet he doesn't
Decoy
even
grenade
play
blows
smart.
up,
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say.
Toaster's able to take down Dalmatian. All right, hopping his way back over here, and let's see how he's going to play Catwalk this time. Playing a little more aggressively because his
He's gonna,
teammate is
he's
pushed
gonna
up
screw
mid.
off because he
But it
knows
looks
they're
like
not
the
coming.
bomb is sitting over there towards the A site. Let's see if they decide to go for an A take. Beta here, getting
Is
some
that even a
mid
flash?
control.
I haven't played
All
in
right,
so
the suspect
long, I
about to
don't
show
even
off
know.
another jump. Jumps up, and I thought it was going to be more dynamic and flowy than that. I was a little disappointed, actually. All right, making his way over here towards the A site. And you can see that there are only 2 terrorists remaining. He's going to throw a nade over there at Eclipse.
Yeah,
Gets the
saw that
Kobe.
coming.
And one more guy here in middle. And I expect that he knows exactly where this guy is. Going to be pushing up. Now he definitely hears the footsteps. And gets taken
Yeah,
down.
that's why I think it's a trigger bot. He's not following through with the shots like a normal
That was
person
a
would.
crazy...
Someone would have spammed from that close after you met, like not killing him.
That
with
was
the
a
first shot.
crazy little stall. And I expect that he knows exactly where this guy is. Going to be pushing up. Now he definitely hears the footsteps.
It was like trigger bot activates and he just doesn't keep
And gets
shooting.
taken down. That was a crazy little set of movements right there. You can see he has scripts for pretty much everything on the line.
Excuse me, boys.
All right, one guy still pushing down middle. Seems to know he's there, but he's going to make his way over here towards the B site. And now he's going to turn around and see if he can take down the final terrorist.
What a
There's
funny
flashbang
flash.
in front of him, but he gets taken down instead. All right, guys, time for the Overwatch.
I would say, like, personally, I think he's cheating. But if I were to use Overwatch, I would say insufficient evidence. Or sorry, aim assist. Oh, you can do multiple things. You can tell I've done this a ton, boys. See, it's evidence beyond a reasonable doubt is tough. And if you're being honest, that's not beyond a reasonable doubt. Like, it's definitely shady.
Resolution. Let's go through this.
There
On the
should be
piston round,
another.
we can
There should be another option in the middle here.
clearly see he was using aim assistance, so that is evident beyond reasonable doubt, even though the FOV is incredibly low.
I wouldn't. Like I said again, I do think he's cheating, but I don't think it's evident beyond a reasonable doubt. Like the first round was nutty, and clearly I think that's trigger bot, but evident beyond a reasonable doubt.
And that does make it kind of hard to tell. As for vision assistance, that was evident beyond reasonable doubt.
Again, I'm not seeing enough. Like, I think this is kind of ridiculous, man. You gotta have a really good guy have one game where he's getting super fucking lucky, and like the circumstances are just like, oh, he's turning around at the right time. I don't think any of these are beyond a reasonable doubt. I think there should be a middle option. That's more. You think they are, but beyond reasonable doubt. I don't know.
And
Maybe I'm wrong, boys. I don't know.
Is
Tell me what you
definitely
think.
evident beyond reasonable.
Yeah, the jumping scripts. Again, I think he was, but no, maybe that one I'd say beyond a reasonable doubt. The other two, though, I think you could argue against
Doubt
them.
using movement scripts everywhere.
I'm being too nice.
As for griefing, I'm going to go with insufficient evidence here. He wasn't griefing anyone.
Definitely wasn't griefing.
Anyways, guys, that's today's video. Let me know what you guys think about pros possibly using hardware hacks on LAN.
I don't know, boys. What do you think about pros still using hardware hacks? I have no idea. I'd say it's most likely happening, but like, and this is what I was saying before about the pros with their cheats. Like, they're not going to look like this. All right, it's to be honest, I don't even know what kind of creative shit the cheat developers have come up with now. You know, it's been a while since I've even played CS, so I don't know, boys. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I just saw this come up, and I know you guys have been craving some CS stuff, so I thought maybe I'll mix this in with some other stuff, you know, make everybody happy. Thanks for watching, boys. Hope you like this video. God bless. Take care, guys.